Two. Check 1 2. Check check. Two. Check 1 2.
Good morning. This is Kyle Schweiss.
What's that playing in the background?
I'm joined here by head coach of St. John Final Four bound volleyball team, Carla Bosler. Coach Bosler, explain the excitement of reaching the Final Four for the first time in program history since 2008.
I mean, I'm not sure that there are the right amount of words to use to explain just how excited we are as a team of, how hard we've been working in the off season and, during regular.
This is Kyle Schweiss, and I'm joined here by the seniors for the St. John volleyball team that are state bound. Tessa Grass, middle hitter. Drew Ketting, outside hitter. Ari Taylor plays all the way around defense and outside hitter.
Hi, this is Kyle Schweiss, and I'm joined here by Kayla Hogemiller to my right. We're going to give you a little bit of pre-game before this semifinal match between St. Genevieve and Pleasant Hill, as the Class 5 semifinal games are taking place right now below us, so it's kind of loud in here. We apologize. But St. John's game today features two teams very similar, very strong up front, good defensive balance in the back. It's going to be a battle of wills for sure. Just a quick look at our lineup that you're going to see, or that you're going to hear on the floor if you listen to KFMO, or you can stream on Misha TV. But same lineup that we've had pretty much the entire season. Up front, we're going to have Drew Ketting, Hope Schmelzley, and Sophie Hook to start the game. Tessa Grass, Ari Taylor, and Allie Byington in the back. Maya Watts, being that libero position, will come in and be the defensive specialist. A very good defensive specialist. This is a very senior heavy team for St. Genevieve. They've come to this point. They won their district championship in 3 sets over Potosi. Very well played game. Then the next round they faced off against Notre Dame. Notre Dame took them to 5 sets. St. John winning the first one, Notre Dame winning sets 2 and 3. St. John with a thrilling come from behind win, capped off by a great stuff block by Tessa Grass. And then last Saturday, the Dragons traveled up to Ursuline Academy. Again, played a very, very good, very athletic Ursuline team, and managed to come out on top in 4 sets. We had a chance to talk to our seniors. We have 7 amazing seniors. We had a chance to sit down and talk with them yesterday and kind of get their thoughts on the accomplishment of making it to the Final Four. And we talked a little bit about their journey getting to this point. So we'll give you a chance to watch that.
Lexi Farmer, defense. Devin Bosler, setter. Maya Watts, libero. And Allie Byington, defense. So Tessa, you guys have played together now for the better part of a decade. Tell us what it's been like growing up together as volleyball players.
Well, we're basically all sisters now. We do everything together. It's pretty much like we don't spend any time apart, especially now that we've been in the gym so much for state. But we fight like sisters, argue like sisters, love like sisters, and it's fun to watch them all progress.
Drew, in the games that have been most competitive this year, it's been no secret that you are typically option number 1 when the game hangs in the balance. What's it like having that kind of pressure and trust from your coaches and teammates?
I mean, it could be a bit overwhelming, especially in those intense games, but I mean, I like and appreciate the fact that they can depend on me when we need it. But I mean, I trust any of them to get the job done as well.
Ari, you've been the only player this year to consistently play all the way around in every rotation. Explain the mentality of switching from a defensive position to an outside hitting position.
I think it's just I have the same mentality as everybody else. We go out there and play for each other, and we go out there to win. And I know we don't always say we want to play with something we're proud of, and I know the ultimate goal is winning, but it's not a different mentality than any of the other players out on the court.
Let's see. Your excitement for the game and your teammates is so fun to watch. I specifically remember that Farmington game in the regular season. You were so excited for the team's success. What's it been like playing with all these girls through the seasons?
It's been a lot of fun, especially during big games like Farmington. I love watching all my girls out there doing what we love, and I get really excited when they succeed and have good hits or digs. And it's just really fun watching us all do what we love to do.
Devin, setters often get overlooked, but are probably the most important part of an offense if you ask any coach. Describe that feeling when you make that perfect set, you get to watch a teammate smash one to the ground.
I'm so speechless in that moment. Like, I know that girls can do anything with the set that I give them, but whenever they get an amazing hit, I literally have goosebumps anytime that happens.
Maya, you guys have enjoyed a lot of support from your friends, your families, your teachers, and your community during this run. Explain what it's like to have the support and to play in some of these environments that you've seen in the past month or so.
I mean, I'm speechless. I think I speak for all of us when we say that we are so thankful for a community that supports our team so well.
Allie, this is a group obviously very talented, but you've been blessed with really good coaching over the years as well. Talk about your coaches through the years, through club ball, middle school, lower level, high school, and now the varsity level.
It's been really awesome having such supportive coaches throughout the years. When we started in elementary, we actually all started together in third grade, and our coaches were Bethany and Paula. And I think they just helped us like find the true love for the game. And then when we got to middle school, I think those coaches really helped us like find our strengths, like each of our strengths, and like kind of set our positions a little bit. And then through that, our club coach actually changed. We had drum because we needed a middle school coach to step in. So Bethany had to take that position. So drum stepped in to help us with club. And he actually decided not to give us back. So for the rest of our years, we had Coach Drum coaching us all the way through club. And I think he like really helped us like find our chemistry and just like our skill level increased so much with him. And then when we got to high school, Carla was our freshman coach, and we were actually her first like group of freshmen when she came here. And she kind of like we kind of grew with her throughout the 4 years, and she kind of like she understood us a lot that like in order for us to like play the best, we have to be able to laugh and like have fun. And she's really helped us improve our skills as well. We've just had the best coaches, and we're very blessed.
Ari, you guys won the MAAA conference regular season title this year in a season where the conference was as good as it's ever been. I know that was a team goal going into the season. Tell us a little bit about that Farmington game that put you on the path to that title.
At one of our tournaments we played at earlier in the season, we kind of just fell apart. So we all sat down in a little circle and we went around and we said goals for the season, what we want to accomplish, and everything that we see ourselves doing. And some of the like most repeated goals were conference champs and district champs. And I feel like we all when in that Farmington game, we just really persevered and we showed like the true meaning of grit, determination, everything that St. John volleyball is about. And we just came together and played so well, and it was kind of like a breath of fresh air for all of us.
And Lexi, the second part of that goal that Ari just described was the district title. You earned the number one seed and then defeated Park Hills in the semis and Potosi in the finals. Coach claimed that championship game as a complete performance. It looked like you shifted to a different gear as a team that night. Walk us through that night when you won the district title.
I think we were all just so hungry for it, and we really wanted it as a whole. And I think that it showed. I mean,
took Potosi in 3, and I think that because we wanted to be district champs so bad that even the errors we did made, we found a way to just pick each other up and work together instead of digging ourselves a hole like we would normally.
Tessa, after districts, the next contest was against Notre Dame. It was a back and forth game of momentum swings that ended with you stuff blocking one of the best middle hitters in Southeast Missouri. Talk about that game and that block.
Well, since that game was after districts, we were all going in with like such a high with like, oh my gosh, like we finally did it, but we have to get back to work. Like there's no time to celebrate the good things that you do once you get to postseason, so it's hard to take all that in. And going into that Notre Dame game, we knew that they were going to be good. They were one of the teams we struggled with early on in the season at one of the tournaments we were at. So we knew there were a lot of things they did well, but we went out there and we just tried our best and did what we could do for each other. That was what we said the whole game. Do it for each other, do it for yourself, do it for our coaches. And again with the community, that big gym filled with everybody was just that helped us a lot.
And Drew, after that Notre Dame game, you guys traveled up to St. Louis to square off against a really talented and big team in Ursuline. You guys struggled in the first set, but somehow found a way to swing the tide in your favor. Walk us through that game and the momentum swings in that game.
I feel like in the first set, we didn't really know what to expect because we've never really played them before. So we were kind of playing uptight, intense. So then going into the second set, we kind of regrouped a little bit and we kind of relaxed. So I feel like the hitters kind of just started to swing like out of their heads. Like me personally, I was in my head the first set. So in going to the second set, I tried staying out of my head because that's whenever I play my best. And there were a couple momentum changes from big plays, like certain hits, and Devin tripping over herself. That kind of just made us laugh. And like Allie said, we play a lot better when we're happy. So, yeah.
Maya, you guys have broken the school record for wins, now at 32, with a couple games left to play. You've earned your way to the Final Four. What do those accomplishments mean to you, and as you look back at the journey over the course of the last decade?
I think that like high school ball, we just wanted it so bad, and it finally feels like we've worked hard enough to get to our goals, even though it took us 3 years.
Devin, anything to add to that?
I
How's it
feel
feel
like
to be in the Final Four?
we practiced so hard for it. We've all wanted it so bad, and we're finally here.
Allie?
I feel like all of our hard work has just finally paid off. All the hard practices, all the weightlifting, the tears, the blood, the bruises, it's all finally paid off.
Now, one last thing before I let you guys go. Lightning round. In one word, this is going to be the last couple matches that you ladies play in the green and white. Describe that emotion.
I'm fortunate.
Depressed.
It's heartbreaking.
Very emotional.
Unbelievable.
Very bittersweet.
Fulfilling.
Okay, good. We ended on a high note. Man. But blessing, very fun to watch throughout the years. You guys have grown together, and it's been very enjoyable to watch you guys play and improve. And we got the big ones left. So good luck the next couple days, and we'll see you on the other side. This is Kyle Schweiss, and I'm joined here by the seniors for the St. John volleyball team that are state bound.
All right, so we are back now at the semifinal match, and hopefully you enjoyed that. Got a chance to sit down with those seniors. Kind of etched their names in the history of St. John volleyball, and followed some big footsteps from some great players before them, and now they are at that same level as some of those greats. Kayla, I know you've had a chance to coach those kids, and you know those kids, and you stay close with those kids. What are your thoughts about that senior crew?
That senior group is something special. There's 7 of them. They've been playing together for a very long time, and they play for each other. I mean, you heard many of them say that in that interview, is that they're always working for each other, with each other, Lexi is the defensive specialist back there, and she's going to come in and she's going to play for her team each and every time. And she's one you can watch, and you can watch her facial expression, and she'll kind of tell you, that facial expression will tell you how they're clicking that particular day, whether she's out there or not. Allie Byington, also a defensive specialist. She's also a reliable server for the Dragons. She's versatile. She can pretty much do anything Coach asks her to do, which is wonderful. If Coach needs her to step in and set again and be the primary setter in that rotation, she can do that. If she wants her to play defense, she can do that. And that's something special when you can rely on somebody to switch roles like that in the middle of a rally. Devin Bosler, I can't say enough about how beautiful her hands are. When we broadcast, oftentimes I just call her hands because she's somebody, when she has the ball on that second hit, you know that it's going to be reliable for Drew and reliable for Tessa and any of our other swingers up there, Jolie or anybody else that's in that rotation. She's smart. She has good placement of the ball almost every time she touches that ball on that second hit. Ari Taylor, she plays all the way around every game. She's a great player everywhere she goes, and she always plays great defense. And in that Ursuline game, in that last game, she stepped up, and she actually played an excellent front row, and she's done that all year. But that Ursuline game took it up to another notch. So we were really proud of Ari and the way she handled the ball that game all the way around. Tessa Grass, she's a dominant blocker in that front row. You kind of have a calming feeling when she's up there because you know she's going to make a smart choice. She is a great hitter in that middle spot. She can cut back, she can hit cross, and she can tip well too and put that ball exactly where she wants to put it, exactly where Coach tells her that hole is going to be. Then we run into Maya Watts, and what can we say about Maya? She's just an all-around great defensive player for us. She's solid, she's quick, she's our libero. She's the true pulse of this team. When Maya is on, the whole team is on because you know you're going to get a great pass from Miss Maya Watts in the back row. Without that defense, you're not going to win championships, and Maya is the pulse of that defense and ultimately the pulse of the entire team. Drew Ketting, she is an amazing hitter. She's a hard hitter. She can hit hard cross court deep. She can hit hard cross court shallow. She can hit hard line, and that's what Drew's known for, is her great line game. And but that doesn't start without good defense. So Drew has to rely on those great passes from Maya and Lexi, and those are Maya in the back row and Allie in the back row and Ari in the back row. So she can do her job up there at the net, and she's fabulous. She's actually 3 away today from her 1,000th kill in team history or in her career. So we're going to keep an eye on that for Drew today because that's an exciting little milestone for her. And when I say little, I say that lightly. Overall, this group works together. They know each other's strengths. They're able to pick each other up, and they've been able to do that from middle school on. I remember them doing that for each other, and they're not looking back. They've just worked really hard together. They've had club success over the years, but there's nothing like coming in as a community. There's nothing like wearing the green and knowing that you have everyone behind you on this particular day. So I'm proud of these seniors. They're not taking it lightly. I'm excited to watch them today, Kyle, and I'm really, really, really just proud of those girls.
And one thing, in talking to Coach Bosler, which you'll hear an interview here in a minute, but one of the things that she's been most proud of with these seniors is the way they've kind of brought some of these younger kids in and brought them along. And I know Hope and Jolie and Sophie are part of the rotation, but there's also a lot of kids that are waiting in the wings, and they need those kids to practice with them and to make them better during practice. And those seniors have really invited them to, challenge them and not take it easy on them. And that makes everybody better, and the seniors have gotten better because of those younger kids, and those younger kids I think will be ready to step up next year when their time is here. But those other 3 that have been in the rotation this year, they've all been integral parts as well. So it's been a nice job by the coaching staff to get everyone involved, but also a nice job by our seniors to welcome those younger kids in to the fold, and they understand that it's going to take the entire team to make this be a success. As the Class 5 game just ended, so our girls have just taken the floor for the first time. Both of these Class 5 games have gone to 5 sets. 2 very exciting games, but we're not here to talk about those. We'll stick to St. John. But we're going to bring you a interview here with Coach Carla Bosler. As soon as I can find that.
season to put ourselves in this position, but I mean, it was part of our goals to get here, and it's just exciting that we made that reality.
This is a very senior-dominated team. You have 7 seniors that have been with the program for all 4 years. You coached them as freshmen and stepped into the varsity role as when they became sophomores, and a lot of those kids have played for you now for 4 years. What's it been like? Share their journey with us and let us know what it's been like with those young ladies.
I enjoy each and every one of them. They are great individual people, hard workers. They are so competitive. They make practice each and every day fun. They do a good job of including the younger classmen and not just making it about them 7 seniors, but it's about everybody. They will be very much missed next season, but I think that we enjoyed a good 4 years together, and they hold a very dear and special place in my heart.
Yeah, and it's great to have that senior leadership and that experience, but you can't complete a team without the help of some of these underclassmen. And you've had uh, young ladies like Sophie Hook and Jolie Parker and Hope Schmelsley join the rotation and have been a steady and calming presence in that rotation. And I'm sure you have a lot of other younger girls that are helping out in practice and are kind of waiting in the wings when these seniors graduate. But tell us a little bit about those younger kids and how they've worked.
Yeah, they just do a nice job too of working hard each and every day, understanding their role, whether it be to put up a really nice size block or, provide a good swing when we need it, do a good job of really setting. And, sometimes the game can be a very high pressure game. And I think they do a really nice job of playing in such a composed manner. And, I feel like, everybody just works so nicely together that it's a team that just loves each other out there on the court. And I love watching them all smile and, give everything they have to try to put out a win.
These last few weeks have been sort of a roller coaster of momentum swings with top tier competition. This time of year, you don't play anything but top tier competition. Tell us a little bit about how your kids have responded to that adversity and have risen to the challenge.
I think at times we can play a little timid or, just a little unsure of ourselves. And then once we realize that, hey, if we just play, I always call it just play dragon volleyball. And we do those things that, we've been practicing all year. They know to serve aggressive, to move their feet on defense. And when we just kind of take care of all the little pieces, it becomes kind of difficult to stop us. So, when we kind of forget those things, sometimes it gets a little rocky. But I think the girls do a good job of trying to pick each other up and find a good moment and playing just a little bit more relaxed because we do play so much better when we play relaxed.
And the first game up this year or this week is going to be Pleasant Hill in the semifinal round. I'm sure you've had a chance to see them on tape. What do you see from them, and how do we match up against Pleasant Hill?
They have 2 really strong outside hitters, number 6 and number 1. They can hit in both directions. They're going to be their go-to. So we're definitely going to want to make sure that we put up a nice solid block against them. So Hope and Tessa are going to have, that be their primary focus and, make sure that they are helping those outsides close the block and making sure that we know where those 2 girls are at all times. Our game plan is always to go in and serve aggressively. So hopefully, it kind of messes up their pass and maybe they can't get the ball out to those girls. We want to be aggressive and put them on the defensive end rather than the other way around.
Well, Coach, regardless of what happens these next couple of days, it's been a great year. You and the girls have a lot to be proud of. Congratulations on your success so far, and good luck going forward.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Good morning. This is Kyle Schweiss, and I'm joined here by head coach of St. Gen Final Four bound volleyball team, Carla Bosler. Coach Bosler, explain the excitement of reaching the Final Four for the first time in program history since 2008.
I mean, I'm not sure that there are the right amount of words to use to explain just how excited we are as a team of, how hard we've been working in the offseason.
Okay, that was your head coach, Carla Bosler, talking about the season up to this point, the accomplishment of reaching the Final Four, and gave you a little bit of a preview into today's game. I brought my expert color commentator with me to talk with you a little bit about what to expect if you watch the game on Misha TV or if you're listening to it on KFMO, or I believe KTJJ is here as well. So, Kayla, thoughts on the game?
Well, I think that Coach Bosler gave you a good preview of what I was going to say. Pleasant Hill is a great team, but they're dominant on the outside. They don't set their middles a ton. So it's going to be one of those things that if our middles can go over and set an effective block on number 6 and number 1 on the outside, then our game is going to be a little bit easier on the defensive side of things if we can set that effective block with our middles getting there quick. Number 6 is great. She can go anywhere that she really needs to go. She can hit line, or she can go cross court, make an effective tip. So we got to really have to keep our eye on number 6 there on the outside. Number 1, mostly cross court, so our blockers don't have to work as hard, but that she can take that to a tip too as well. So we got to be ready and on our toes. Their middles don't get the ball a ton, so our middle hitters are going to have to be working outside a lot. But with that being said, that's kind of dangerous because you don't want the blockers to go too quick. You don't want our blockers to cheat outside and then get a middle hit, something cheap on the inside, just because we're cheating to get to the outside hit. Their right sides they're good. They can hit line, number 16 especially for Pleasant Hill. But for the most part, from what I've seen, she's readable. So again, our block over there with Sophia Hook and Jolie Parker, if they can read her hip, or with Drew Ketting, sorry, that would be Drew Ketting and Ari Taylor, she can read her hips, then they can get something set over there with a good block and put it into number 16's line shot. Their setters are not too tricky from what I've seen, so we can go ahead and read that for the most part that is going to be an outside set. And if that's the case, then that block will be easy to set for us. Overall, if we go out there with our outside hitters with Ari Taylor and with Ari Taylor and Drew Ketting and set something up for them, if they start aggressive, this game is going to be fun for a St. John fan to watch. Because once they start swinging hard, those little dinks can go and those roll shots can go down too. But we need to set our hits to be something that Pleasant Hill can't handle and something they're worried about, especially that Drew can hit line so well because they're not super effective on those that line defense. Overall, they have a pretty big hole in position 1, so anything that's free needs to go down there, and anything that we can put over in that position 1 on their side of the court in that deep setter spot will be a good chance for us to get a free ball back over in our favor. Overall, I just love Coach Bosler's approach to the game. At the end of her scouting report to the girls, something I wanted everybody to know of, she wrote, "Do something you're proud of today." And I think that is a mindset that Coach Bosler has going in and out of every game. But it's especially true in these kind of high-pressure situations that you want to go out, have that last time on a volleyball court as a senior, and be able to say, you know what, I did something that I'm really proud of today. So I'm excited to see these girls and to see how they go out there and they read these hitters, set those blocks, and be really effective today. Good luck, Dragons.
All right, and just to give you some logistical information here, so one of the Class 5 games has ended. The other Class 5 game is currently 13-6, so 2 points away. What will happen when that game is over, they'll do their handshakes, give them a couple minutes to get off the court, clear the court, give the teams that are playing the other semifinal game a chance to come out onto the court, get a little bit of stretching in. Then they're going to start the 18-minute warm-up clock together simultaneously, so both of those semifinal games are going on at the same time in the same gym. And so my guess is probably about 30 minutes, maybe 25 minutes before the first serve takes place. So if you're listening to this and you're wanting to watch it and subscribe to Misha TV, or if you're wanting to listen to it on KFMO or KTJJ, please take the time to do that. We're going to leave you. We're going to take our seats. And then when the game has concluded, we're going to come back and we're going to do a post game. We'll talk with the coaches and probably some players, and we'll give you a preview of the next contest, whatever that contest may be. If the Dragons win, they will play again tomorrow at noon, and if they lose, they will play in the third-place game at 6 o'clock. So that's kind of where we're at, and obviously we can't bring those games to you because Misha has exclusive video broadcasting rights, but we'll let you catch that game in one of those other alternative methods, and we'll be back with you for the post-game show. So for Kayla, this has been Kyle Schweiss, and we'll see you when the game has concluded.